professional bass player. My name's Deborah, and this is the video journal of my career transition, and that was Stars by Simply Red. That tiny little bit is the hardest part of the Truly Red show by far for me, and as you can hear, it needs a lot of practice, so I will be working on that over the next few weeks as we come up to the Truly Red gig. I've had the loveliest day. I've been with my chums at Talkin Low, and we just had, it was so nice to get together with them after 2 years of meeting up, nearly 2.5 years actually, of meeting up every month and just talking about what we love. I've got some really good friendships there that absolutely bring me joy, and I'm compiling things for my radio show tomorrow. And they are a treasure trove of useful and interesting facts about the bass, great songs that you might not have heard or might not remember. And we just started a conversation this morning on the WhatsApp group about great Anthony Jackson bass lines and songs that he's been on. He's the 6-string bass player who played for Shaka Khan amongst many, many others. And he played with Peter Gabriel, and he played on Donald Fagen's album The Nightfly, so many things. So we've been talking about him all day, and I started the day recording an advert for Digital City Radio, which I'd written and composed myself and done the script with the business owner, and recording that over at the Fickle Pickle Studios. So it's been a day of music and composition and talking to like-minded fellows, and it's just been really lovely. And what I embarked on in this direction for, to spend my days like this around music and talking to people about music. And I'm feeling a bit rejuvenated because also in part because I had my meeting with my friend Steve, who's a management consultant, and it was really helpful. So we looked at all the different things that I'm doing and talked about the need to let some of it go. So I've let go of the idea of YouTube being a revenue stream. Don't panic. We're still going to meet. I'm still going to do this. But I've been very, very open to how am I going to fund this. I've really tried to make myself as open as possible to what are the means of funding this project. And sometimes that's meant I've actually got a bit distracted by things, and sometimes I've wondered, okay, will I get enough subscribers one day to ask everyone to contribute, and that's how we fund the band, or really, really, really open. But that also means that if you're going to look at YouTube as a revenue stream, that I have to focus on this, think about the number of subscribers, maybe play to the gallery a little bit rather than doing an authentic YouTube journal. And it takes energy and it takes time, and actually it was a relief to say let's shelve that idea. So I'm still going to do my YouTube. I'll still be here every Tuesday and every Friday, but this is just for me and for you, and I don't have to think about or worry about subscriber numbers or eventually monetizing this. It's just for laughs, just to sort of I'm finding it really useful using this as a forum to reflect on the process, to get to know you all. Loving that. So that as a revenue stream, and my radio show as any kind of potential revenue stream, I've just sort of put to one side. I'll still do those things, but I'll streamline them and I won't worry about them, and that frees up headspace to focus on the 3 things that I'm going to be driving forward, which are Truly Red, Divine Funk, and Digital City Radio. And Steve also talked to me about how to use AI properly, to ask me proper questions to create a sales and marketing plan. Now, I've made many sales and marketing plans in my time, but the world has moved on since I was last in marketing. And also, I'm not really a salesperson, and I've been using AI to work out where my gaps in my knowledge are, how to get my bands in front of buyers from the luxury market, because they're very high-end products. They have a lot of emotional content as well as the musical content. And so I've now formulated, I went and saw Steve on Friday. Saturday morning, I sat with AI and formulated this marketing sales plan, really, on Saturday and on Sunday, and finished all of that off. And then it's given me goals for 3 months, 6 months and 12 months. And obviously I want to do the 3-month goals in 1 month, or at 2 months. I want to do the 6-month goals in 3 months or 4 months, and I want to do the 12-month goals in 6 months. I'm not gonna rush it per se, but I'm working really hard to make sure that I bring those sales goals quickly into focus. Because it's also helped me, the plan has helped me realize that a lot of my time is taken up finding people, lots and lots of people, to buy a £25 ticket to come and see our show. And I'm managing that, and people love our product, and we get great reviews, and people say, oh, I've never seen anything like this, or when you talk to people about it, they love the idea. But instead of having hundreds of conversations to make people buy tickets, I need to have maybe 25 conversations with top buyers, because this way is exhausting me. And if I keep pushing ticket sales, I'm just going to have no energy left. So the plan has refocused me on now creating my materials and which I'm nearly there. I'm there with Truly Red, but I need some sales documents and some target lists. And I feel just a lot more clear about where I'm going. And the other thing that I got out of my meeting with Steve on Friday was this. I pretty much knew he was going to, like, at some point we were going to mention, where is the North Star? Where you're mentioning feeling lost at sea. Where is the Calais that you are swimming for in the channel? And I'd reflected on all the things that I do at Glitterball and what is it really about for me. And I know you're all shouting at the screen, bass playing, it's about the bass playing. And it is. And what format does that take? And really the bass playing, when I sort of sat with it, not just with Steve on Friday, but over the weekend, for me, Glitterball and this journey has been and is about making people's dreams come true. So my dream was to be a musician. My dream was to be in the bass player in Simply Red, and also to be, although it sounds silly, to be in the Slipper and the Rose, which if you've been watching this YouTube, you'll know that a lot of the aesthetics of Divine Funk and my costumes are based on the Slipper and the Rose. So I feel in many ways I've made my dreams come true. And what gives me the most pleasure about doing this project for Glitterball is paying others. I know that might sound very worthy, but I don't mean it in a worthy way. It's lovely paying musicians properly, treating them well, making sure that things are well organised for them and that they feel comfortable and secure and can play their best. I'm kind of fed up of musicians being treated like rubbish and being asked to play for free or play for food. Or play just because you love it. I mean, playing is such a small part of what you do as a musician. You're practicing all of the time, you're rehearsing, paying for insurance on your instruments, trying to get the sound right, getting things repaired, driving to gigs, setting up, packing down. And I really enjoy creating a great environment for my musicians in which for them to sort of showcase their talents, play with other really good musicians. I like making their dreams come true. So Caroline's dream is to come down from the ceiling. She's one of our dancers. Well, she's our creative director as well as one of our dancers. And her dream is to come down from the ceiling in a crescent moon in a sparkly costume. And it might sound a bizarre, I want to make that happen for her. Kaylee's dream was to be a singer at in a wedding band. That will be happening for her in December when we play our wedding. Mark's dream is to do this for a living. I get just as much satisfaction out of making their dreams come true and giving them good conditions to work in and building their confidence and their self-esteem is such a joy to me that it's not what it's all about, because it's about making my dreams come true. So I'm being brave and pushing it and seeing how far can we take this? What can we achieve? Where might we go? What might we do if we shoot for the stars? And that's where I've sort of come up with our founding sentence, which is Glitterball Productions, shoot for the stars. And I feel like as a therapist, I've been helping people get out of the weeds for a long time. And now I want to focus on helping people not just get out of difficult situations, but shoot for the stars. When I was with Steve on Friday, I was chatting to him about, you know, what I was thinking about, and I'm just reviewing my notes here, and he said, well, what is it that you want to do? And I ended up saying, I want to create a serious enterprise that helps people fulfill their dreams. And it is their musical dreams, really, their musical dreams. That's, you know, there's a strong social enterprise to what I'm doing here, and working with Martha to help her live her dream of having a job that is in some way creative. So I feel like I've got my mojo back and some real direction now about where I'm going and what I'm doing. That's the vision. And then as I was thinking about that, I was chatting to Steve about it, and I said, well, actually, in the band, I have heard them occasionally nickname me as the fairy godmother of funk. And I thought that's very fitting, given where we've come out at with the North Star statement of shooting for the stars and making musical dreams come true. You know, the fairy godmother of funk. And that just sort of helped to hold that image in my mind as where we're headed, what we're doing, what this is all about. Whether I'm working with a client, as I have been today, on an advert for their hairdressing salon and training academy, and they want to fill their academy because they love training people on beauty treatments, and that's their dream, or whether it's working with a member of one of my own bands, or whether it's my dream to be the bass player in Simply Red. I know it's really truly red. I know it's not actually Simply Red, and I know that because I actually spoke to the bass player in Simply Red today, who is going to be playing, he plays for Beverly Knight. His name's Orifo, and he's playing with Beverly Knight at the Cliffs Pavilion in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm going to be flyering out. I'll probably try and get hold of a ticket, but I will also be flyering outside, and I was just saying, oh, I'll be there, I'll come along and see you. But yeah, be it for me being the bass player in as close as maybe I'll ever get to Simply Red, who knows. That's what this is about, shooting for the stars. So I'll leave you with that for today, and I will be back on Friday. You take very good care. Bye-bye.